Making tea light holders take not so much time if you make them out of your pretty scraps and caned ends. Or you can make like this. All the scraps, all sizes can be used. You can mix marble clay and get very pretty patterns. Today I'm going to make one similar to this with the pattern showing inside. And they are quick to make. And this way of making them takes much longer, but they are very pretty. I have to make one of them their own video, but today we will make one of this. And then we do not need other things than a little glass holder. They can be bought in packs of 5, I think. They are for tea lights, but you can also use this to store rings in or small items. I got some canes. They are at least 6 months old, so I need to warm them a little bit up before I start adding them to the glass. And here are some leaves that I made for the cat. I got a video for cats where I make a cat. But no, I just warm them up gently, not pressure it, but just warming it up, holding it, and because I want to use this. And this is Fimo Soft, but I think most clays, if you just warm gently up the old canes, you can work with them very easily. Gently, just but the heat from your hands can make them soft again. Now I want this, and I will use my thin blade. And just slice a little bit thick, because this is going onto the glass, just like this. And it's very fun. If you do not add them, so the gaps will go away, then they will be squished out, and for me that is not a big problem. Planning them before you start can be yeah, maybe you want to do that. If you take square canes, then you can put them edge to edge and you will have no gaps. On this one I only want the pattern for the bottom, because I'm going to build on the top. So now I just cut this, and I will be back when I have decorated all of it. Now I covered all of it, and I do not mind the gaps because I want it to float and close the gaps. And I just cut off this because when I start to roll the clay, it will be too much. Same on the bottom. So if you use scrap clay, they can turn into super pretty patterns. You use quite many canes, more than I thought, because this is 4, and then you can do 4, 8, 16, 20, 24, maybe 28 slices, quite thick slices, so you use quite much of the canes when you have it as thick as this. And I think it should be to fill the gaps for this one. I know I warm it a little bit up before I start to roll it in my hands. And when I am very sure that it is warm enough, I will roll it on my table. And then we will just press it and roll, press and roll, press and roll. And the other way. You see, it's closing. And I do not like the bottom to be... I want the lights to sit in each other when they are done. So I always remove this so the edge, so it's possible to use them on top of each other. Now just roll and use the table. For this I do not think about it distorting because I want to add something on top of it. This is just a base. I want a base pattern under. And on top there will be flowers, and you see the pattern do show inside. So you want to remove the gaps. And that you can do with rolling, or you can take a sheet of paper and burnish it like you do when you make a pattern sheet. Now I think I got the holes closed, and that I can find by looking inside. Now, and if you angle it, this one got the holder got a round edge, but this one, if you put it on the edge and roll it, just not so much pressure, just roll it and roll it and roll it. you will see that the clay fold over, and then you can just follow the edge and remove it. This way you get a safe edge, because the clay will, all of the clay will be on the outside. You continue until you are happy with how smooth the edge is. The more you do when the clay is soft, the less sanding you have to do afterwards. So if you do not love sanding, a little bit extra care when you make it, and you don't have to. And if you add the texture on it afterwards, then you are not supposed to do it. And now almost ready to do the same with the bottom. You can use what you got to cut if you want the edge under to be I could have left it like this, but this is just me. I want them to be able to stack on top of each other, and by removing this, it will be nice. And now I angle it the other way, so it gets rounded on the bottom. You got a nice little edge. And it's still a little bit rough for my taste, so my camera played a little tricks on me, so I lost a bit of film. But here you see, now I start to add the flowers on top, and I just use the ball tool to make a little shape on them and add them. I add them one by one. I have to pay attention so my nails don't go into the raw clay. But other than that, it's just to have fun and add as many as I want. Pushing them gently. Since the base is raw, I do not have to use liquid clay to make them stick. They will stick onto themselves, onto the base by themselves, and make a solid bond. You just need a little push. Almost done. Now I add I'm not sure what this is. I think it's decorative, so I add it onto, and I make sure that it do not bend over the edge. So if someone light a real candle inside it, no parts will be burnt because they stay on the outside. The flame, the heat will go up, but to be sure I make them stay clear of the edge. Almost done now. Fresh out of the oven. I hope I have inspired you to make your own tea light holder and or a little ring dish. Hopefully you will follow me in my next video using up scraps. See you later.